Hello, my fellow crafters. It's that time of year again. I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently, as you can probably tell by the title, what you're looking at right now. I will be ranking everything that I made this year. Now, I love to hype myself up, but I also love to be a hater. So this is going to be, I'm going to have a great time. This looks a little bit different. If I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at my computer screen. And then I've got my iPad down here. So if I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at the patterns so I can reference them. I want to real quick go over all of the categories so that we're all on the same page. At the very top, I've got, oh, I'm actually incredible. This is obviously for the very, very best. I loved everything about this. It was fun to knit. Love the yarn. I am amazing. I love it. Then we've got okay, love. This is good. This is really good. This is love. Then I've got cute. Cute is okay. It's not bad. It's whatever. And then we have, but why? There are going to be a lot of whys, and I will answer them. And then at the very bottom, we've got what have I done? How do we get here? And we've got several in this one. Also, if this looks different, it's because I'm using Canva for a couple reasons. One, it's cuter. And two, I would like to, I can enlarge photos on here. I can manipulate stuff. So it is a little more useful. So we're going to start off with the Foxtails hat by Sasky & Co. This is going to go into cute. Let me go ahead and make this a little bigger for you guys to see. I made this at the beginning of the year. This was my very first stranded color work attempt. Prior to this year, I've only ever done stripes, and I really wanted to soiree into that. As you can see right here, the tension is all over the damn place. But you know what? I did it. The other reason why it's in cute and not an okay love is because it is way too it's way too short. I made this for my husband AJ, and he was really excited for it, but it is too short. It's not long enough, and it's a folded beanie, like on the inside, sewn folded. So you know what? It's cute. It's fine. Right after that, we made the Dot Pebbles frogs. Guys, this is going into but why? Let me tell you. Let me tell you why. I've made so many of these cute, adorable frogs. And how many do I have for myself, you might ask? None. Absolutely none. I have not a single frog for myself. These two, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I made 3 this year. The third one is not shown. I gave that just impromptu to one of my friend's kids, and that was the one for myself. I made these 2 for my friends earlier this year, and I had another one, and it was for me. Like, I had my own frog, and then my friend's kid came over, and he was playing with it, and I was like, oh, take it, you can have it. Why? I wanted it. I really did. And the other thing, I don't enjoy making them. I really don't. So let's move right along, because right after that, I made the Luma pullover by Sari Nordland. Oh, I'm actually incredible. I mean, y'all, I'm actually incredible. Stranded knitting, is it technically perfect? No. If you can see in the like the sleeves where I get into the color work and my tension gets really tight there, it does. I do notice it a little bit when I wear it. But here's the thing. I wear this girl all the time. I love her, and I love everything. This is perfect. It's perfect. She can do no wrong, and I love everything about it. So I'm happy about that one. I then made the weekend hat by Petite Knit. This is my second weekend hat. I'm gonna put this in okay love, and let me tell you why. I was teaching my friend how to knit, and she is now working on a sweater. She finished her weekend hat. It went very well. And this is my second one. I didn't size down on needles, which I usually do, for no particular reason. For truly no reason. I used the recommended needle size, which means it's kind of too big. I can still wear it, but eh. So this is for my husband, and the reason that it goes into OK Love is because every time he wears it, he is a very knitworthy person, because without fail, the barista at the coffee shop has probably, at a specific coffee shop that we do frequent quite often, has complimented this hat many a times, and every time without fail, oh, my wife Irma made it. Thank you. Yes, I did. Thank you so much. So that's going into OK Love. Okay. After that, I made the step-by-step sweater by Florence, and this is my second time making it. I knit this up with a beginner's knitting class that I was teaching, and it's fine. This one is confusing because, like, I wear it enough where I'm like, OK Love, but maybe cute, and I cannot bring myself to put it in the middle, so I'm going to put it into OK Love. And let me tell you why. Let's make it a little bigger so I can tell you what my gripes with it are. But first, let's talk about what I absolutely love about this. The yarn is Juniper Moonfarm Iris. I wear it often enough where it's going into OK Love. The yarn is delightful. The one thing that I do not like about it is because if you have knit the step-by-step sweater, it is knit top down, but you start with the collar instead of picking up stitches later for the collar. And that is a very, very beginner-friendly way to make a sweater. So in that sense, it was successful for what I was trying to teach, and that was good. However, the yarn, with being so airy and flowy and drapey and delightful, I would have liked to pick up the stitches afterwards, because I do have a bit of a boat neckline, and honestly, depends on the day. Sometimes it bothers me and sometimes it doesn't. So truly and genuinely, just, I love. It's fine. I love it. I do. I wear it enough where I definitely love it. And the colorway is delightful. All right, first absolute flop is this disaster of a shirt. This is the, okay. I went into this year with many goals and aspirations, and a test knit was one of them. And you guys, whoo, this is so shit. I made the Knitty Committee top by Lily Kate. I feel like the photo does not do it justice on how absolute garbage it is. So I decided to do a test knit this year. I thought it would be fun. Now, I've applied to test knits in the past, maybe one or two in the previous, I think last year, and I didn't get accepted. So truly and genuinely, I applied, forgot about it, and was like, listen, I probably won't get chosen. And of course I get chosen for the one that, like, I overbooked myself. I did. I truly did. But I was really excited for this because I was like, okay, summer knitting. I don't do this very often. And it could be so fun to work with a silk, right? Wrong. I've never worked with a plant-based fiber before. And this is a fitted top, y'all. It's a fitted freaking top. And here's the thing, silk, no memory, absolutely not. I don't know. Okay. I am sure that it is possible to make a fitted tee using a plant-based fiber, silk, whatever. I don't know if I know how to do that. I truly don't. This is such an absolute disaster. My neckline and the puff sleeve, girl, I decided to do a puff sleeve using silk. I don't want to talk about it. I made swatches for this. I achieved gauge. I then started knitting it up. Why is it so loose? The fit is atrocious on this. I was visiting my mom in California this year, and that's when I was working on this. Once I finished, I immediately added elastics to the neckline and to the hem of the sleeves. And the thing is, it's not comfortable. Like, it's nice. The silk feels nice against my skin, but like, it's just not comfortable. So what have I done? Horrible fit. I had to make a second version because there was no world where I was like, yeah, that's my test knit. Here you go. Have fun. So my second version was using, listen, I love it. It was using knitting for olive cotton merino. That's the other thing. Do people like knitting for olive silk? Because I did not enjoy working with it. It split a lot. I have no idea how to make a fitted summer tank or tee with a plant-based fiber or something that does not have, like, if it's not a wool blend, because it has no memory. How do you do it? Have you done it? Let me know. So this one out of cotton merino, honestly, it turned out great. It would have been in I'm Actually Incredible, but I do wish that I had done a tad more waist shaping and that I had picked up less stitches on the neckline. And honestly, for that reason, this girl's going down to cute. She's going into cute. I wear her enough, but I just, she's cute. She's cute. I did also do some kind of like sloppy split splicing when I ran out of yarn very clearly on like the left shoulder. And I can see where I joined there and there's like a weird bump and whatever. It's cute. It is cute. I don't think I would do a test knit again. Not because this was a bad experience. It was really fun knitting with other people, which is why I'd done a couple buddy knits this year. Next, I've got a but why? And let me tell you why. It is objectively a beautiful, beautiful vest. This is the Vest the Delight by Monmi Choi or Soup Knits. Yes, or Soup Knits. And it is fine. This was a gift knit. And I think that I kind of go psycho for gift knits. The pockets on this turned out absolutely atrocious. It did need, I went back and I did a ribbed pocket. I also, when I do gift knits, this was for my mom specifically, and she does wear it. However, this is meant to be a cropped vest. You will notice it's not a cropped vest. It also has back shaping that I added as a personal request from my mom because she wanted the back to like slope down. Now, I just, no. Why? Why do I do this to myself? This took years out of my life. It took so long to make. It took so long and it was so complicated. I added short rows in the back to make the back longer. And I did it during the cabling because I wanted the hem to be the like even all around. And that was hellish. That was so hard. Impressive? Yes. Fun? No. Why? Why? Cut that out. No need for that. I'm gonna bring the rest of my knitting up. All right. I brought all the rest of my knitting up. Oh, guys. Okay, I promise we've got good things coming, okay? But what have I done? Absolutely. Why? This is the Ava cardigan by Petite Knit. This was also my first stash buster. I love the idea, and I loathe the execution. Why? Holy shit, this is so bad. Now, you probably can't tell in this like specific image. However, I think I doubled the raglan increases. Like the raglan bit, I'm like 99% sure that I just doubled it and didn't count. I don't think I count. Like it is massive. And here's the thing. I do love an oversized cardigan. I think that it's super cute or has the potential to be super cute. And there are many designers that will make specifically oversized stuff. Or let's say I even made like 2 sizes big or 3 sizes big or even like that would have been great. However, because I only did raglan, like I only doubled the raglan bit, it fits so weird. It fits horribly. Like what? And the thing is, like the yarn selection was gorgeous and it had so much potential. And at no point did I try it on. Like I truly and genuinely trusted the process way too much. Way too much. I was like, it's a petite knit. It's easy. It's simple. Blah, blah, blah. Why? I wasted so much yarn. And I am trying to just like give this to one of my friends who will wear it. So wish me luck on that front, because I don't want to just like get rid of it. But it is like a full hand knit cardigan. So it does need to be hand washed because it is made of fully wool and like really nice yarn. But that is it's so trash. I tried it on again yesterday and I was like, I hate this so much. It's horrible. Now, off to bigger, better things. Next up, I made the freestyle shirt by Suzanne Mueller, or Paula M, I believe is what they go by on Instagram. This is going to go into cute, and let me tell you why. Let me tell you why it's not going into okay love. I made this with a hand-dyed yarn, and it dyed the heck out of my fingers the entire time I was working on it. It was not fun. It was not fun. But I love the fit. The fit is gorgeous. It is perfect. The only other downside is that it is slightly too cropped. I have blocked it a second time to elongate it just a bit, but there's like only so much you can do. So it's a tad too cropped. A New Year resolution for me is to make things a little longer. I do like cropped, but girl, come on. So that's gone into cute. I wear it often enough. I was able to like get rid of all of the dyes when I was blocking it. So I've never been dyed myself. So that's good. It's a good shirt and I do wear it quite often. Just a tad too cropped and also not that fun to work with the yarn, but that's okay. Then I've got the August Cuff Club by Summer Lee. All right, I do want to put things more into okay love. However, this is going to go into cute. Now, I do generally, it is pretty. I love the colors. I love flowers. It's a good sock, but I maybe cast on too much. I did size down on needles, but I don't really know what happened. I did also have to restart this project maybe 3 times because my tension on the color work part was so tight. And aside from my Luma pullover, I had not knit color work in like magic loop before. So it was a little complicated to kind of like muscle memory my way back into it. But once I got there, it was fine. It's slightly big, but I still wear it with my loafers. So it's cute. It is cute. Only going into cute because it's just a tad too big. I wear it with my loafers, but it's like a little uncomfy, but I will still wear it. Then I have 3 gift knits for my grandma. Let me move this stuff over. So this little guy, the vest, I did teach a class on it on how to cable without a cabling needle. It was a really fun class to teach. And I was making myself a vest because it is a beautiful vest. But the class was coming to an end. And since that was a gift from my mom, I had to make sure that my grandma's birthday present was also ready. She wanted a headband, so I made her 3 naturally. We're starting off really strong. We're starting off with an okay love. This is the woven cable headband. How pretty is that? How cute. It is by Erica and Eleanor. I will link all the patterns below. All 3 of the headbands were free on Ravelry, and this just turned out so freaking cute. And honestly, the cabling was really fun to make. And I think after making like so many complicated knits, it was actually quite nice to work on something that knit up quickly. So love, I do love. I then have the Wishbone headband by Suzanne Hummel. This is going into cute. This was cute. Look at how cute that is. That's a really cool cable. Guys, I kind of like cables. This was using a Neuro Silk Garden Solo, I believe, that I had in my stash, and it's really pretty. It is. I like it quite a bit. And then by the time we got to the 3rd one, y'all, I went to Hubba Y. Because this is the Snowdrop headband, and even though in the pattern you can see that like it does not like lay straight. It does have like those boom boom bumps. I don't know what the heck to call them. It's got like, it's just not, it just, eh. Now I could have used a different pattern, but I did pick all three of these out like with my grandma, so there was that. And I think she likes it. I also am not obsessed with how the yarn blocked out. It felt like it just kind of like flattened, just felt like it flattened. So yeah, it's fine. Okay. Now we're incredible again, guys, because I made my very own Vest the Delight by Monmi Choi. Look at that. Oh, shut up. Shut up. That's so cute. The ribbing on the pockets, delightful. This was also a buddy knit with my friend Naomi, and I loved it so much. Holy smokes, I wear this so often. It is perfectly cropped. I think I maybe wish that the ribbing at the bottom of the hem was like 2 rows longer, but that's if we're being super, super particular. I did also try out a, I think it's called a knotted knit 2 together bind off on the armholes. Not gonna lie, I'm not super obsessed with it. However, the overall look, she is so cute. And I do wear her all the time. And I honestly need to make more vests because it's such a fun layering piece. And I actually use the pockets. I do. I store my keys in there every time I wear this. And it's absolute perfection. It made me, I was going to say fall back in love with cables, but let's be so for real. I never stopped loving cables. It's beautiful. I mean, she's gorgeous. I love her so much. So much. She deserves all the flowers. Next up, we have another buddy knit. She's going straight into OK Love. This is the Fouette cardigan by Celine Phaeton, I believe. And this was a buddy knit with Jack here on YouTube. And that's beautiful. That is a beautiful cabled cardigan. She's gorgeous. My only reason that it is going into love instead of I'm actually incredible is because I had a very specific vision of this being like a bomber jacket. And I think I should have done some decreases before the hem to have it be like really fitted at the hem. I should have made that hem a little longer. She is way too cropped. She's so cropped, man. But I love her and I wear her all the time and it's really freaking cute. I did use an Aran weight yarn for it and I love it. I love it so much. So that's that. Then we've got, I believe, she's going into OK Love. I believe that this is the September Summerly Cuff Club motif. It was just a cuff cable motif, but being such an overachiever, I decided it should be an all over lace. And that's beautiful. That is so beautiful. It was so much fun. I think that maybe on this like heel part, because it was an all over cable, it may have been done better, but it's so cute. Okay, I haven't worn it a single time yet because it did take me forever to weave in the ends, but I will. And the fit is actually perfect on these, so I'm very happy with them. They're really pretty. My cats love them. I block them, and my cats just have been sleeping on them all the time. Guys, we're ending the year real strong. I made a Chunky Monkey beanie by Susie Knits. This is a free Ravelry download. Listen, I'm actually incredible. Now, is this just a chunky beanie? Yes, kind of. We're gonna have to plop you here so you guys can actually see. Look at that. Oh, that is gorgeous. That's gorgeous. I used a Neuro yarn that I had in the stash along with the Juniper Moon Farm Iris yarn. Holy, I think that's so gorgeous. I think it's beautiful. And then I made the pom-pom of my absolute dreams using the remainder of my Juniper Moon Farm Iris, which, by the way, not a cheap yarn. And here's the thing. I was like, this feels wrong to, but whatever. Nope. you should use expensive yarn for pom-poms, because why not? If it's lying there and you're not using it and also it's like not enough to really make anything, so cute. I'm obsessed. That is the most beautiful pom-pom I've ever seen. I love her so much. So much. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful. I love the little self-striping that I've got. This was in preparation for a class that I'll be teaching, I believe, early February in the new year. And honestly, I'm excited to make more. And you might be peeping at the next project and being like, that looks quite similar. And yes, it does. And I love it. I made a second one. I made a second one, honestly, for no particular reason. You know what? That's a lie. I did make a second one for a reason. When I teach these classes, I do have to have a sample at the store. And I'm not gonna lie, that Noro Juniper Moon Farm Delight was too bougie for me to be like, yeah, let's put it in the store. Listen, I know nothing would have happened to it, but I enjoy wearing it so much. This was using a Noro Tsuido yarn that I had in my stash for like so long. And I remember I bought it when it was on sale and I only had one ball. Why'd I only buy one ball of yarn? I don't know, maybe it was all they had. But the colorway was fun and it's so cute. I don't normally vibe with purple that much, but these two beanies have kind of been changing my mind. I also used Surrey for the pom-pom. Guys, I'm kind of obsessed with an extremely bougie pom-pom. I've also since made like 2 pom-poms. I don't have like a specific beanie in mind, but they're really fun to make. They're so fun to make. This is going straight into Okay Love. It would go higher, but the bar is so freaking high given the last beanie that I made previous to this. So there's that. Last but certainly not least, I've got another Okay Love. Guys, we're ending the year strong. This is an arm knit blanket. Is that cheating? I don't know. I don't care. My friends got married earlier this year in October. I started this in September. I've made 3 full iterations of it, as in I've made 3 full blankets and then unraveled and remade. This was my first time arm knitting. It was fine. I mean, like I did finish it in a day, so that's nice, but meh, only because this is cotton tubing yarn. I wanted to make sure that I got my friend something washable because she does have a dog and that was like the only request. And it is a weighted blanket. It's 12 pounds of yarn. It's 12 pounds of cotton tubing yarn that I bought off of Etsy. And honestly, I don't think that it was like that expensive. Now, let me tell you what I mean by that. It was definitely like at least $250 of yarn. So I don't know if I'm like rushing to get that for myself, but for 12 pounds of yarn, everything equivalent that I was finding in America was like $500. So Etsy shop, that was cool. I believe that I did get charged tariffs for it, which obviously is just my country's fault. But this yarn was kind of complicated to work with, but the outcome was really good. Because I'd never arm knit before, I truly had no idea like tension-wise what the heck to do. I made a rug at first. That was not on purpose. Just made it like super tight. And then I made it so loose you could truly like stick your head through it. It was horrible. And I took a like 2-month break. It was on hiatus. I was truly like, I want to make this for my friends like union, and it needs to be made with love and joy. I don't feel that way about all gift knits, but I feel like for a wedding blanket, I was like, I actually am having like the worst time of my life. So I want to make sure that I'm at least content. So I made this the day before yesterday and I had it in time for Christmas, which is super exciting. That's it. That is it, you guys. That's everything that I knit. I will have a separate everything that I crocheted this year video because I learned how to crochet this year. That's kind of cool. And yeah, what do you think of my list? Do you like strongly disagree with anything or do you agree? I don't know. Do you have any strong opinions? I would love to know. And I would love to know what your least favorite and your favorite projects of the year were. And I'll see you guys on my next one for my crochet wrap up. Bye.